minutes. I just thought I'd owe this to y'all. So as far as y'all know, last night, Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb almost got into it, and I almost smelt the heat because I done seen this happen before, but it wasn't with Corey, it was with somebody else. But the energy turned, and at that time it was Aries Spears. See, a lot of people don't go back with this 5150 Nation thing like I do. I go back like almost 13 years with these guys. So I watched them switch host and everything else. But the thing that's always been consistent on that show is it's always been Corey and Darlene. From day one, it's always been Corey and Darlene. Give me a second, let me share this, and I'm gonna tell you my thoughts real quick on someone that was there last night doing the live, and I want to just discuss it real quick before I do my real live later. So give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna be right back. Sharing this real quick. I just went live like a minute, so give me a second. All right, I got y'all. I got y'all. Y'all need to hear this. A lot of people leaving a lot. One more. People leaving a lot. One more, and we should be done. Hey, that's good enough. We get them in here. We get them in here. This is a prelude live anyway. What I mean by prelude, I'm going to talk about a lot more, but I just want to get through the skim of everything. If y'all want to see what was said and what transpired, just go down below, go into my short section. You're going to see videos there, one for Anton Daniels and his perspective early this morning, which I was waiting for, and Corey from last night on his show or whatever. Now, I'm not going to pick, no, I am going to pick a side. I'm going to stay with 5150. I'm not going to pick in the margin of going too deep because they both messed up, but I think Anton was more in the wrong. And I'm going to tell you why I think Anton was more in the wrong. First of all, admittedly from yourself, Anton Daniels, you not a street motherfucker. I'm going to tell you what I mean, just to be respectful, right? Last night, Corey asked you a question. He said, oh, you don't know nobody in jail? You don't know nobody ever been locked up? And what was your response? No, I don't hang with people that been in jail or been locked up. I'm going to say it to you again. Last night during the show, Corey asked him, he said, yo, you ever been in jail? You ever been locked up? You know any people that's been locked up? He said, no, and I'm proud of that. Like the good little boy that you was growing up. Like the good little boy that you was growing up. So I'm going to break down something for y'all that y'all ain't going to understand. We in a period right now, which I like to call revenge of the nerds. Look at that motherfucker. This is the nigga we used to beat up in high school, my nigga. We used to whoop niggas like this ass. You understand what I mean? And you could just look at this nigga and tell he was a sucker in high school. Now, this is the thing, right? I don't like when motherfuckers come on channels and already they had preemptively knew what they were doing. See, that's what a lot of y'all don't understand. I saw the play, what was it, last week or the week before last? I'm going to say 2 weeks to a week ago when he made the play. But this is what happened. And I tried to warn Corey, and this is what I get mad about, and I don't mean it like that, but what I mean is I look at them as that's team two. I've been over there rocking with Corey Holcomb and 5150 Nation since they was over at RMC and the garage. I went through all that with them. You understand what I'm saying? I done seen them replace guests. I remember quotes from the shows, Uncle Bobby. A lot of people don't even know any of this stuff. So I know the format of the show, and I know how you say it, express themselves on the show. They always done the same thing, especially Corey. He don't hold nothing back. So at some point or another, they had gotten into a heated argument, and I just knew just by the mix of these two that it wasn't going to mesh well. But Corey didn't know this, and I don't think he expected it either. See, what you don't understand is Anton Daniels, he had set you up and been willing to set you up for weeks. See, this is a one-up for him. Let me explain. Sometimes you got to be careful. Sometimes you got to be careful of who you take money from. You understand what I'm saying? Because once you take money from people, a lot of times, what happens at that point, shout out to them 3 people that just left. They don't understand what really went on. Sometimes when you take money from people, you understand what I'm saying? It gives people the incentivation to be like, okay, now I can do this, or I've just bought my way into this, or I've just done this, or whatever. So what happened was the play was, and if you're from the tri-state area, you saw the play from a mile away. What dude did was he dropped $500 in Corey's donations. You understand what I'm saying? Which I found very weird because I was like, you do these millionaire morning shows and all that. How come you got randomly people that you give $500 to on the show? But you out here giving $500 to try. And this is what I was talking about earlier, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about. So Corey, listen to me when I say it. I said it's odd. I find it odd how they have like this little network online with the I guess you would say the higher elevated black creators where they only acknowledge each other, they only donate amongst each other, they only have each other on their shows, and they base it on a paradigm of numbers. And I keep telling y'all that's the wrong way to go about it. This is not 2018, 2019. That paradigm is gone. You put yourself in danger when you do that because these people are thinking differently. Now, Anton Daniels, when he gave you that $500, you gonna give me my $500? When he gave you that $500, what it did was it incentivized him to now be able to come on your show. And what he did was he basically paid for a play. You understand what I'm saying? Now listen very carefully because you understand what the play was. The play was to get in front of you because you see a lot of people don't understand when they are actually, what's the word I'm looking for here? They actually the competition. You see what I'm saying? See, your presence alone invokes challenge. You understand what I'm saying? Your presence on the internet supersedes his. He can talk about he get money or whatever, but he's not a traveling comedian. He's not someone that's nationally and internationally recognized by other stars. You understand what I'm saying? So you could say, oh, okay, well, I sat down and I did a Q&A with these people, or I went over to England and I did a seminar with these. That shit don't fucking matter. Ain't none of these rappers out here booking Anton Daniels for a sit down. Ain't none, and if they are, it's people that you don't even give a fuck about. You understand what I'm saying? People that recognize Corey Holcomb have been people like Jay. Jay know who you are. Puff know who you are. A lot of people, Cameron, know who you are. Most people don't even know who this dude was when he was on last night. And I know they didn't know who Anton Daniels was unless you were part of his spectrum because they were in the chat room expressing they didn't know who he was. Now, Corey, what you really need to do is go over there to the channel and make sure you reactivate all the chats that we're doing the live. That'll help a lot of people out right there, and they'll understand exactly what transpired. Because right now what they're seeing is they're taking advantage of his surface material. Anton Daniels donated $500 to Corey to incentivize Corey to have him on the show. And I hate to say it like this, Corey, but just like a dumbass, you invited that motherfucker up there for that $500. Little dumb motherfucker. You my mans, though. So I say that from the heart. Now, next time you get one of these motherfuckers to come in there and you know they're the competition, don't take their $500. You understand me? Listen to me. Don't take the $500. You don't need $500. You should have looked sideways anyway. Why is a nigga donating me $500? And more importantly, why is a nigga that I don't fuck with donating to a player $500? I'd be all around this motherfucker touring and shit like that. I done been to see Corey. Corey was one of the last people ever that was of significance to perform at Caroline's in New York City. I was there. You understand what I'm saying? Confuego, you already know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna say too much. You understand what I'm saying? But Corey be a lot of places. Corey be in the trenches. You understand what I'm saying? Especially with one club he was performing at that I went to twice to see him. You understand what I'm saying? And anybody know the X? If you ain't from over there and you ain't from the X, don't come over there. It's gonna be an issue. You understand what I'm saying? If you get out of line. Now, this dude paid his $500 entry fee. And that incentivized Corey to invite him on the show the next week. Now, I don't know what their interaction was during the week or whatever the case may be. I can't vouch for that because that's personal correspondence. But what I can suggest is somehow or some way that $500 incentivized you to contact that man. And once you contacted that man, y'all came to some agreement to get him on the show or whatever. Not far from off, right? Once he came on the show, everything that he had in the back of his mind that he was plotting on, because don't you make any mistake, Corey Holcomb's name was the come up. Corey Holcomb's name was the come up. You understand what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, Corey Holcomb's name being the come up, you also have to realize and recognize something else. Not only was he the come up, but he was also the one in the long form that a couple of these people wanted to see play. See, a lot of these people, they like, it's just like with me. They like what you got to say, but they don't like your personality. They want you to talk real soft, real gentle to them and all this articulation of bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Because quit trying to talk like you articulate like that, homie. I live in Connecticut. You understand what I'm saying? It don't get no whiter than this. Home of Yale University, home of UConn University. It don't get no whiter than this state. Our state is 37% Italian American. You mentioned that you grew up in Detroit, which is about 85% niggers. You understand what I'm saying? So quit this whole act. You know, you a new nigga that found some money, nigga. Corey been getting money since 2000. You a new nigga to this. And that's why I don't trust a lot of these motherfucking vloggers that be like Anton Daniels. I'm going to even mention, I like him, but even him, O'Shea Duke Jackson, mediocre tutorials and reviews. These niggas are nerds. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all, like, real talk, y'all niggas is nerds. Is that fair? Y'all niggas is nerds. You admittedly said you was a nerd. Do that look like a tough motherfucker right there? So you said, with your own words, I keep a bodyguard so niggas won't try to test me and rob me. Yeah, because you pussy. You pussy. You understand what I'm saying? Let me tell you what I mean. Y'all done see me do lives in the middle of Brooklyn, 4 o'clock in the morning, whatever, in Queens, in Queensbridge, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, with people's around me. Y'all done see me go live at Marcy Projects late at night and everything else. It's on this channel, and I'm always by myself. I'm always by myself, dolo, by myself. I don't care with nobody. I'm not saying it can't happen, but I don't care with no bodyguards with me, none of that. I don't have to do none of that. You understand what I'm saying? Because I've been walking that way all my whole entire life. I had my crew with me before I got, you know what I'm saying, before I got into this stuff or whatever. But son, trust me, only niggas is scary running around with bodyguards. And I ran into this issue before. Somehow or another, somebody reached out to people and said, hey, you can hire a bodyguard. But will that nigga go the distance for you? No, he won't. Let me explain to you what I mean. Most bodyguards, their main modus operandi is to get paid and go home to their family. I'm going to say it for you again. Their main modus operandi is to get paid and go home to their family. You are not a high-profile client, Playboy. I know in the back of your mind, niggas that come from poverty, they be thinking that. See, I worked with rappers. If any of y'all don't know, my name is Dabba Lewis. I worked for Bad Boy Entertainment for over 17 years. Most people know that. Most people know me from the music industry. So it's funny to me when I see motherfuckers get online, they tell me, oh, I got a bodyguard, da, 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 da. 70% of bodyguards, son, if you're not a high-profile client, they're not taking a bullet for you. They're not taking an ass whipping for you. In fact, I can even express even more. I've seen motherfucking bodyguards take off running from fucking clients, literally. Do you know how many bodyguards we've seen in our lifetime working through a record company, through 3 different distributors? You think you get money, homie. You wouldn't get money like Puff. That's money to me. You understand what I'm saying? I've been around that shit since I was 21 years old. So, like, you're not impressing me with the, the little drop top put. Niggas was doing that shit uptown 15, 20 years ago. So when I hear motherfuckers be talking about their newfound wealth, I always know, and I can center it in, this is somebody that come from poverty. See, I always lived down on the shoreline. You understand what I'm saying? I always lived by the water. I used to walk right across the street, and there's a gazebo and boats dock, and you keep going down 1 mile more, and you're going to run into a huge beach. You understand what I'm saying? And I lived like that for decades. Who want to argue with it? You understand what I'm saying? NL, if y'all in here, make sure y'all tap in and let them know, because I saw NL was in here yesterday. Oh, don't play with me about money. I've been around money that you can't even imagine. Dog, you about 43? When you was 21, I guarantee you wasn't seeing the same amount of money we were seeing, son. We were seeing hundreds of thousands of dollars in the streets. Niggas got newspaper reports, shit like that to back it all up. Like, it's no lie. Anybody that know me know this, so I don't speak on things that I ain't never done before. Son, you wasn't on that level at 20-something, 30-something either. These niggas wait till they get about 35, 40 years old. They find a couple dollars. Now they want to flag it out. And that's how you can always tell when a nigga ain't never had nothing. See, niggas that had something, they had money before, they don't be having that priority talking about money unless it's a situation where it have to come up. You understand what I'm saying? It sounds stupid, bro. It does sound stupid. It sounds like you stupid because you ain't never had nothing. That's why you would say that. I don't never pay attention to random niggas on the internet, so you got to skip me with that one. Like I said, you can say what you want to about it, but take a look around where you live at right now and tell me if I'm making sense. So like I was saying, back to what I was saying, when we was 20, 21, that's when I entered the game. Nigga got caught up. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. You don't navigate the ship here, bitch. You understand? See what I mean? They come in with this. Antoine Daniels is an example of that person that just came in here. Come on, say something positive. Bitch, it was two niggas getting ready to fight. Ain't fucking nothing positive about it. Y'all with this fake ass positivity bullshit. Fuck out of here. I don't want to be the positive guy. Fuck positivity. I want to be the fucking villain. All right? I like being a villain. I don't like being a fake. Hey, everybody, how's everybody doing? It's sunshine, and this is all uneducated, and blah, 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 blah. You said all that shit last night when you was on your show, when you was on Corey's show last night. Talking about, oh my God, I never knew anybody went to jail, and I think it's stupid, and blah, 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 blah. And then as soon as you get up on your live this morning, just like I knew like clockwork, because I said, this is a Detroit nigga. This is a Detroit nigga. So the first thing he did was get on his live. No, I wasn't worried about nothing. The security was in there. I wish something would have popped off. And my homegirl I was with, who you bought that bitch so y'all could double team Corey. So you left that part out. The reason you brought that hoe up there, because you and that bitch was planning on trying to take over his show, and she was the reflective device for Darlene if Darlene would have said something. So good thing Corey chose not to have that motherfucking hoe up there. And second of all, why are you bringing random hoes with you trying to make them superstars off another man's show? See, Corey, you got to think about this shit when you be having them sucky ass niggas up there with you. Now, I ain't talking about the Crimson Cure. I ain't talking about either the other girl, too. I forgot what the other girl's name is that you had on there, whatever. Keep that flow. But what you're noticing is every time you have one of these cocky, shameful ass motherfucking wannabe tough guys that got to hire bodyguards, and nigga, let me tell you something. Don't you ever in your motherfucking life, and I ain't talking about just me personally, I'm talking about general. Don't you ever, and that's how I know you don't know nothing about the streets. The nigga went on this live this morning talking about, I don't check in with anybody where I go. I go state to state, and I don't check in with nobody. I just hire a bodyguard. Nigga, you and that nigga gonna get found up in the trunk somewhere talking like that. You understand what I'm saying? You don't know where you at. He was sitting in California still talking shit about Corey. I'm like, yo, Corey been in Cali for 25 years, son. Something can happen to you. You didn't even know where you was at last night, my nigga. You was in there talking about my security wasn't worried about nothing. You should have been worried, nigga. You was around, first of all, you don't even realize Mac and them niggas, they run a boxing organization. You already lost. It was probably 2 or 3 niggas upstairs that were motherfucking contenders for the next belt, sitting on deck ready to lock your ass up. You was in danger. So stop all that pretending shit, bro. You was in danger. You understand what I'm saying? You try to get cool with Phil to get Phil on your side. You think I ain't peeped that shit? Hey, Phil, you know what I'm talking about, right? Phil was looking at you like, nigga, fuck out of here. Niggas pop off. You done. You was done. You and your motherfucking bodyguard, y'all would have been shipped it out of. Let's talk real. Macca and all them niggas around the Coin Academy. They got a boxing match that was either supposed to be coming up, I think, this month in January, or it might already happen here in New York. The nigga literally manages boxers. So where was you going to win in that room? All that talking about, yo, I'm going to go outside. We can go outside right now. You told my Corey did that for the camera. No, my nigga, you did what you came there to do for the camera. And you think niggas ain't see the play. We saw the play, son. I saw it at least. And I was trying to tell Corey before that I was being sarcastic about it. But niggas got real love for the show, man. I ain't got to brown nose. You ain't got to download nothing with me. You ain't got to hit me with no cash apps or nothing like that. I'm doing this off the muscle. Because I hate this shit that's going on where you got these nerds out here trying to pretend like they tough. You understand what I'm saying? This is why I always talk about this all the time. I say, yo, it's going to come to a point where a nigga really got to get dropped, my nigga. Like I'm dead serious. Like somebody got to get dropped. You dig what I'm saying? And then and I ain't saying a nigga got to go away, but you know what I mean? A nigga got to get dropped. So niggas should start understanding shit because with the evidently what it is these guys, since they ain't never been in nothing, they ain't see. I know what the difference is if you hurt somebody. I know the difference is if a motherfucker gets shot up. I know the difference. I had a motherfucker killed right in front of me. You understand what I'm saying? I talk about an orphan. So what I'm telling you is when you running around and you talking about yo son, all that diatribe you had on your shit trying to act like you was tough. Oh, what nothing gonna happen because the bodyguard, you saw his face, he wasn't scared. Ask anybody in the room. Ask anybody in the room, my nigga, everybody in the room was going to fuck you up. Don't you get it? Yeah, like where the fuck in the world do you feel like you came from Detroit and you coming to California, you sitting in the room with niggas that all fuck with each other week after week after week after week, bring gifts to each other and everything else or whatever, whatever. And on top of that, they manage boxes. Niggas got the heat on them. Please believe that. They in the hood. And you telling me that you came up here with one bodyguard and a side bitch and thought everything was all right. You was just gonna make it up out of it. Nah, nigga, you made your exit at the right time. You was very strategic. Now you was acting like you wasn't using your brain, but when you saw shit gotten to turn up a little bit more, and you saw certain eyes around that wall looking, you understand what I'm saying? Like niggas was trying to keep it cool with you to keep you safe. That's what you don't understand. Corey already got shit going on. Corey already got a spot right there that's permanent for him. And he was smart enough not to fuck that up by tearing off on you, breaking up that expensive ass fucking LED pad right there, whatever. You told me, let's go to the back. We can go to the back right now. Who was going to film it? Who was going to film it? Who would have known? So you would have came back and told your own story or whatever, whatever. He would have came back and told his own story. Where do I go film that? And you know that, and I know that. So you was doing that for the camera when you said Corey was doing what he was doing for the camera. Nah, my nigga, you was doing what you was doing for the camera. Because if you were Mr. Positive, you wouldn't have went on your live this morning and started talking about this shit. You would have left this shit alone. You know what? That's a hit. We ain't fucking with that nigga no more. Let him talk what he gonna talk, whatever, whatever, whatever. Then if you would have said, followed up by that, you know, I don't care. Let him keep talking about me. As people keep coming over here, they keep coming over here. I get paid. Then you could have talked that. I would have understood a little bit better. But the fact remained, I waited to see if you was going to do exactly what I thought you was going to see. Because see, these bloggers, they ain't hard to figure out. Most of them come from poverty and they ain't very smart. They pretend like they smart. Actually, what they are is lucky. They found out a couple little sequences here and there, whatever, hired somebody to help them out here and there, understand some things. Some of them are actually educated. But in the bottom line of everything, these motherfuckers are from the hood and they keep a hood mentality. That's why the hood mentality that he had from Detroit came out in your live today. And the key, you smiling and grinning like a primped up sissy. And I'm just looking at this nigga and I'm like, yo, this ain't the nigga you was last night. So now we fall into something else. And what I want to talk about is there's a lot of these bloggers that are like Anton Daniels that be online pretending that there's something that they're not. See, this is why I'm always the same way I am. Fuck you, fuck everybody you know. That's what you're going to get out of me. I don't switch it up. I do it in front of the cops. I do it in front of the courthouse, as y'all saw the other day. You know what I mean? When I was down there covering the whole thing with L.A. Reid and his trial, or whatever, I never switch up. And the reason I don't switch up my voice because I've been around multi-millionaires, and not even a millionaire, billionaire, because Papa was a billionaire. You understand what I'm saying? I've been around guys like that since I was 21 years old. You see what I'm saying? I live in one of the most opulent areas in the country, Fairfield, Connecticut. Motherfucker, what are you talking about? You understand what I'm saying? Diana Ross literally lives 15 minutes away from where I live at. Eartha Kitt died 10 minutes away from here where I live at, in her estate. The Hilfiger brothers live 20 to 25 minutes away from me. Motherfucking Martha Stewart lives out this bitch. You understand what I'm saying? And David Letterman. Mike Tyson, who sold his house to 50 Cent. 50 Cent used to have his house out here. That's about 35 minutes away. Talk to me about money. Everybody makes their money in New York, moves out here. Or they move to Jersey. So you can't press me with no money, especially with no fucking a fucking Porsche, nigga. That's it. At least get the 4-door, my nigga. Don't get the little small joint they be trying to stunt with. That's the bitch Porsche or the old nigga Porsche. The little 2-door shit with the little capsule shit in the back. That's the for the bitch or for the old nigga trying to impress bitches. You understand what I'm saying? Niggas around your age 43, you get the Cayman, nigga. You get the 4-door. What are we talking about here? We're talking about some sucker shit, and I don't like the sucker activity that went over at Corey Holcomb's show last night. I found it disrespectful. I found it real disrespectful for somebody of Corey's caliber to have somebody on there. But let this be a lesson to you, Corey Holcomb. All money ain't good money. I don't care if they want an ounce, tell them bounce, like Biggie said. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care if they want an ounce, tell them bounce. Anytime a nigga give you in the future $500 and you don't fuck with that nigga like that, you got some scrutiny in the back of your mind, send that nigga his money back. Nah, son, you can keep that. You can keep that. And I know it's hard to do. But I done did it before myself. I done had people offer me two things. You think they don't offer me money like Chopper and Fred and all them niggas to sit down with them and gossip and that? And I tell them niggas over and over and over and over and over and over and over. No, nigga, I am not fucking with you. I'm not talking about the art of dialogue asking me to sit down with him either. I'm just saying in general, there's been a history. I've even went to arguments with them and had to put out niggas for, you ain't offer me no money, then what's this? You know what I'm saying? Anybody remember that live I had to do? Niggas had a lie and said, no, I ain't offer no money. I don't pay nobody on the show. I said, nigga, here's a motherfucking what's the name of you trying to send me $1,000 on what's the shit, Cash App. If you're trying to send somebody some money sometimes they do this thing and you got to like accept the money. If it's a certain denomination, sometimes I guess, I don't know. I didn't accept it. I declined to accept it. So I showed the part why I declined it, and I showed the part where they wanted me to accept. I did a whole video cut of it. So nigga could never say, yo, da 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 da. Nah, nigga, I don't do sit downs with people. And this is why. Because it always turns into this when it's with black dudes. It's a certain type of black dude, though. It's a nerd black dude. These nerds, and y'all don't get it. If you look at most of these dudes that are doing the vlogging or whatever, these niggas softer than baby ass. They ain't gonna kill nothing, let nothing die. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for example, Anton Daniels, you ain't gonna walk through the side of motherfucking you ain't gonna walk through certain parts of motherfucking the Bronx with me. You ain't gonna walk through certain parts of motherfucking Harlem with me, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Buy yourself dolo. I'm talking about this, buy yourself dolo. You are not coming through there. I guarantee. If I tell you to pull up in Wagner, you're not coming by yourself. If I tell you to pull up in motherfucker, let me stop talking so much. But if I tell you to pull up in certain places, you're not showing up. Trust me on that. You definitely not gonna come through there. You can talk all that tough shit you want to sitting right now. I could be a man about it. If you tell me to meet you in certain places in motherfucking Detroit, I'm not coming there because I know the setback. So let's not sit here and pretend like you overly tough, like you got a cape on your back, dog. The fact remains is what the fact remains is. You went over to that man's show last night and you played him. You had intentions of playing him from the get-go, and I saw right through it when you donated that money to him. That was your way in. So let me tell you, never got pussy to 40 niggas. I don't know what the fuck that. Okay. I know what you said. Yeah. Queen shit. So, like I said, like, honestly and truthfully, dog, like, I just don't like the repertoire. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of advice for you nerd niggas, right? For you nerd niggas out here. Y'all be mistaking the fact of a nigga don't touch you with a nigga is pussy. Let me explain something to you. I seen a couple niggas on the block get stalled out and almost lose their lives for that type of thinking right there. So a nigga be like, yo, that nigga ain't go do nothing, da da da. The whole time this nigga got the oo-wop on him, and he just choosing not to use it. It might even come down to, I don't want to shoot you. I really want to shoot him, and I don't want to waste the bullets in case I miss the first time. Some niggas, it'll be like, you know what? I had a good day earlier, and I got to see my daughter later. Fuck it. You don't understand that, right? Of course you don't. Don't worry about it. My point is you got to stop going around antagonizing people. And that's what you came on that show to do. You knew what you was coming on there intentionally to do. You set up that whole play on your own. And yes, Corey fell for it, which he shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? But homeboy, I'm going to give you a suggestion too. Start paying attention to your motherfucking chat room sometimes. You be on there hollering out and screaming out all them little raggedy motherfuckers and that dumb shit they be saying. And then the motherfuckers that really fuck with you, you won't be saying nothing back to them. Feel me? I told you this shit during your live when he first dumped the $500. I told you subsequently after that when I seen the beginning of the show, I said, something wrong here. I said, this nigga gonna try to play him. And just like a motherfucking piano, it came just like that. Boom, boom, boom. And here's Anton talking that shit. And he's trying to amp it up. And now they arguing or whatever. Both of the clips, I put nice little 1 minute clips of both situations so you can see from Anton's perspective and from Corey's perspective. But if you was really real like that, son, and you really wanted to get it on, when he told Darlene to move, and he came sat down right in front of you, niggas up here would have snuffed that nigga. It wouldn't even have been, at the point when you move that chair, when you move shorty, and you move up towards me, you sit right in front of me, I'm standing up and I'm snuffing you. We can get it on from right there because there ain't going to be no backwards after that. You understand what I'm saying? Now you got to claim talking about, well, he shook my hand 2 times. Let me tell you something. The Italian mob, they used to hug you, kiss you on the cheek, kiss your kids. And the whole time they plan on taking you out. They'd be like, yeah, no, go with Joey real quick. You go with Joey, you go into an empty apartment, something like that. Bam, you're done. You see what I'm saying? This is what the mob used to do. So don't ever mistake somebody shaking your fucking hand for being soft. See, what the problem is you motherfuckers use old school methods of thinking. This is 2026. A nigga will rub you the fuck out, dog. You understand what I'm saying? And on the streets, dog, ain't nothing you or that bodyguard could do. And that bodyguard's only going to do so much. Read out your full contractual agreement. If you don't believe me, people, tell Anton Daniels to read out his full contractual agreement with his bodyguard. Because I know what them shit say. I worked in the music industry for 17 years. We had multiple artists with motherfucking bodyguards. Usually them cheap services, they're not inclusive of a lot of shit. The more expensive ones that have real clients, you understand what I'm saying? Like a Jay-Z or something like that, they gonna take a bullet for you. They gonna take a stabbing for you. They'll even jump in front of the shit or whatever, because that'll mean an incentive for them. They saved Jay-Z. Don't nobody get a come up to them, but they saved Anton Daniels. Don't nobody give a fuck. To be honest with you, nigga, if you disappear tomorrow, all them niggas you got up under your, I'm telling you the truth, all the motherfuckers you think love you, that's the problem. A lot of black dudes and black women, they think that these subscribers love them. These people don't love you. Nigga, I sit on here for hours sometimes. Them niggas won't give me a dime, but go over there and hear somebody talk about the same shit and paper them up. You understand what I'm saying? They love to see drama. So trust me when I tell you, these niggas don't love you. You'll never get no love over here. You understand what I'm saying? If you think you getting it from here, you getting it from here. You think you getting love from these people? These people don't love you. They spectators and customers. That's it. They used to be something to cherish or whatever. I don't look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Alice? Yeah. I like her. See, she a friend of the channel. You know what I'm saying? But like most of these motherfuckers, man, they ain't your friend. So you over there showing off for them people you think is a friend in your chat room this morning, whatever. To the 20 people that's left, I don't give a fuck. I'm telling the truth. Y'all want people to lie to y'all. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all want people to lie to y'all. If you want me to lie, then show and prove. Hit up the Cash App. Show some love. No, you ain't going to do that. So I'm telling the truth. So what's the problem? You can't get mad at people for telling the truth from their perspective, and that's what it usually is. And that's what happened with Anton, and I believe what happened with Corey. Corey was telling the truth from his perspective. Corey from the streets of Chicago. You understand what I'm saying? So he going to tell the perspective of why he know things from Chicago and now California for the past 25 years. This is all this nigga really know. You understand what I'm saying? Anton, he told him, oh, yeah, Detroit, that. Nigga, you ain't out there with the real Detroit niggas, nigga. Maybe your cousins and them is like that or whatever. You ain't outside, nigga. You's a nerd. You a nerd. And there ain't nothing wrong with being a nerd. You could be a nerd, but stay in a nerd's place. Last night on Corey Holcomb show, Anton Daniels said, I don't know nobody ever been to jail. No, I don't hang around with people like that. I stay away from people that are in the jail. That means you pussy. So quit going online talking about you got peoples in LA you could call up or whatever. I guarantee you, Macca and all them niggas account of that shit just like that. I guarantee you, bro. You understand? So I'm getting tired. I think a lot of other people are getting tired, and I think we're going to have to start calling these people out. Nigga, I heard what you said online last night. You said, I don't know nobody in jail. I don't hang around with people that get in trouble. I'm a nerd, blah, 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 blah. That's basically what you told the public, from the people from our perspective. You understand? On the show last night. Then you counter that and do something totally different and come online this morning and you talking like you a tough guy. Oh, you know what? Wasn't nothing going to happen? Why'd you make something happen? Why did you make something happen? Like I said, the nigga got in your face 2 times. He said, say the shit again. You should have snuffed that nigga, bro. That's why I try to tell you, all that shit y'all popping off, the supporters of his, talking about, well, he should have went out, Corey should have went outside. Nah, that nigga should have handled his business right then and there. It don't matter where we at. It don't matter. If I really got a problem with you, nigga, I'll shoot you in front of the police station. You understand what I'm saying? That's dead ass truth. Anybody know me know that shit. If I really got a problem with you, you can get popped right in front of the police station. All right, let's go. They gonna catch me anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, what the fuck? But my point is, niggas like this dude's not gonna do that. So I don't know why you sitting up there talking like you tough on your live this morning, dog, and you look pussy as you was talking. Them big Coke bottle ass glasses you got on, trying your best to look serious. Now, serious come from natural, man. If you naturally about it, that's what happened, nigga. You not hurting none. You not chopping down no trees. Shut the fuck up. Exactly. There was a cop out when he stood up to talk. Let's go outside. Now I want to get on one other thing real quick. Since you said that, nigga turned around and told about nigga said in his chat room this morning. I caught 3 points. He said in his chat room, yo, you ain't seen Craig come up here, and he was like, what was he gonna do? Yo, son, let me tell you something. Craig would have fucked your ass up. You're lucky he didn't get there 5 to 10 minutes before you got there. You left. You understand what I'm saying? Because you left on a humble note, like, oh shit about to get real up in here. I know that move. Like, I know that move. I done did that move myself. You know what I'm saying? It's more than 5 niggas in here, nigga. I'm not Superman. You know what I'm saying? You got it, homie. Y'all gonna be up here, right? Y'all gonna be up here? You know what I'm saying? That's how you do that. Y'all gonna be up here? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, but when you said that shit about Craig, I was like, yo, Craig would have broke your ass apart. And Craig and Corey together, oh my God, Sean, it would have been I would have felt, it was damn shame what happened to Anton Daniels. Damn shame what happened to him and his bodyguard. Then you probably got 3 or 4 boxes upstairs that's under Macca and all. So you wasn't winning that. You wouldn't, if they really didn't even want you to get off the block, like, you don't understand. You was in danger. If they didn't even want you to get off the sun, you're not from California. You don't have no residency in California like that. That people should recognize you like that. You say, I got a few people I could call. It don't matter, nigga. You get superseded by the locals every time in Cali. That's how that shit works. You get superseded every time. But especially if they really like you, oh man, it's a wrap. My sister live in California. I know how California is. Shout out to Vallejo 909, all that. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. There was a cop outside. That's right. I've been good, at least. I've been good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't making no money on here, but I still come on here. Well, I'm making money through the AdSense. Don't let me lie. But as far as like people support me, it's still the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, African Americans don't support me. But there's some of them like what I have to say. It is what it is. I don't even worry about that no more. I just come on, say what I got to say or whatever. And, I look at it like this. Sooner or later, somebody going to come through here one day. They're going to be like, yo, son, he go about $3,000. Go do what you need to do. You know what I mean? So I'd rather look for that person than worry about this frivolous people coming through here or whatever. Because most of these people, they just voyeurs and not going to hit the like button, none of that. So I appreciate you saying that, though. Yeah, I do. But you know what I mean? Like last time I got donated to was 2.5 weeks ago, maybe like 2.5, 3 weeks ago, or whatever. So I really just rely on the AdSense revenue or whatever. That's why I said I'm here telling this story. And to be honest with you, black people haven't been friends of mine. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them get fucked up because they be like, yo, this nigga speaks Spanish too. Yes, nigga, I'm Cuban and black American. What the fuck? But you know what I mean? Like I stand on my shit when it comes to black shit. So it's crazy, man. But it was just even like que la verdad, diablo. It was crazy. No, porque tú sabes, está diferente. No, don't worry. I ain't asking you to give me nothing. Nah, don't worry about it. I appreciate that $50 you gave me on Christmas. I appreciate that. Elise and one other person was only 2 people that donated to me for Christmas. I had one person that donated, I think it was $40 to me on New Year's, and that was it. Out of 30,000 people. So trust me, there's no way that you can equate that. You know what I mean? I'm on here every day, whatever. It's not. We don't worry about that no more. You know what I mean? Because if I worry about that, I also have to fix something else, which is guys like this guy right here able to convince people that there's something other than what they are. You understand what I'm saying? Dude, you come from fucking poverty. So for you to be up here, and I can't stand you or mediocre tutorials or O'Shea Duke Jackson, where y'all try to act like y'all some type of leaders financially. Nigga, if I want financial advice, I definitely ain't going to you niggas. I go to Puff or Jay. The fuck would I go to a lower level millionaire for when I got access to billionaires? That don't even make sense. I say for you again, why would I take advice from a nigga that's a lower level millionaire? You understand what I'm saying? I don't even think he's a double-digit millionaire versus the access that I have to niggas that are billionaires. That don't even make sense. You understand what I'm saying? So you impress them niggas that ain't made nothing of themselves yet. You impress them niggas that got a low self-esteem. You impress them niggas that got ambition, but they don't know where to hide it. You impress them niggas that ain't got a father in their life. And I appreciate you for doing that. But make no mistake about it, you ain't never bigger than the program, dog. You ain't never bigger than the streets. You ain't never bigger than the streets. Now, I saw some of the people in Anton's chat room checking them too. And they were saying things to you. It was some 5150 Nation over there. I seen y'all this morning holding it down too, as you should. But, Anton, I want you to understand something, B. Cool it with that tough guy behavior, my nigga. That's not you. You ain't never hurt nothing. You ain't never cut nothing. You ain't never shot nothing. Nigga, shut the fuck up. You understand what I'm saying? And you can't play nerd 1 minute and then play like you one of us. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't work that way. I mean, it works with the Italians, but I mean, and the Greeks, but sooner or later they end up acting up too. You understand what I'm saying? So it doesn't work, especially with the perception that black men have. So you either be one or the fucking other. Either you're a fucking nerd that's giving millionaire motherfucking morning advice, or either be a fucking wannabe tough guy, which you're not, hiding behind a bodyguard. You understand what I'm saying? And here's a word of advice. Many times when a nigga see you with a bodyguard in New York, we taking the bodyguard out first. You take that nigga out first. You understand what I'm saying? Get rid of that nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Then deal with you. You understand what I'm saying? Nigga be anywhere. Nigga be on the 54th floor in the motherfucking project, shoot down at your ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, there ain't no 54th floor, but you know what I'm talking about. Nigga be on the 40th floor. Yo, bang at that nigga. Bang that nigga. Bam, bam. You know what I'm saying? Niggas used to go to the roof. And they do it right out the building and dip back in. You don't know who did it. You understand what I'm saying? You got to be careful, nigga. That's how they got that nigga. What's his name? Damn, they shot son in the arm. He was standing in front of the project. I forgot what that light-skinned nigga's name is. I ain't said his name in a long time. That's how they got him. You know what I'm saying? He was doing all that rah. So, son, don't get online to him about like you gonna hurt son and you ain't no street dude. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm talking about Anton Daniels. Yeah, he there's two videos on in my shorts. Both of them, here, I'll share them for you so you guys can find them easily. One thing you gotta do is go to the community section. I'm gonna share these right now. So it's wrong to stand up for yourself and just fold. No, that ain't about being tough. It's about standing up as a man. Nigga, I don't talk to niggas that talk about being a man and you ain't grow up with no daddy. See, I can tell the way you worded that, you ain't grow up with no father. See, niggas that, let me tell you something, right? There's a high complexity of men, both black and Latin, that's out here that didn't grow up with fathers, right? Or they ain't had no uncle to throw a football with. They ain't had no big cousins that were successful or nothing like that. So now their interpretation of being a man is the shit that they see online or they hear from niggas like Anton Daniels or whatever. But in reality, these niggas are some of the most feminine motherfuckers you ever meet in your life. Let me tell you how he structured the shit, and that's how you can tell. And so in the future, you can tell as well. So it's wrong to stand up for yourself and just fold. No, it ain't about being tough, nigga. If he was motherfucking standing up for himself, the minute that nigga switched the seat and came closer to him, you supposed to rock that nigga. Anytime that you have a motherfucker that's a boxer, which Macca, who runs the studio, that's in there with Corey and them is at, anytime that somebody come up in your face as a boxer, you supposed to snuff that nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Like it wasn't no more talking, let's go outside and all this shit or whatever. All that shit was for the camera. That nigga ain't really want nothing to happen. That's what you missing. That nigga ain't really want nothing to happen. The fuck is you talking about? That nigga ain't really want nothing to happen. I'm just talking. My nigga, tell you what, you want to figure out if I'm just talking, where you live at? I can exemplify for you. You want to figure it out? And that's like I said, you always know a bitch nigga that's raised by bitches, because notice he put laughing emojis behind his shit. Real niggas don't put laughing emojis behind what they saying. See, don't let that nigga over there that you were listening to this morning, Anton Daniels, pump y'all up. Talking about ain't nothing gonna happen. Nah, nigga, niggas ain't got shot behind me, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Like, please believe it. There's times it's been on this camera right here where niggas called the police on because they thought something was going to happen to them. No. This is one of the very rare times you meet a motherfucker like here to really mean what he say, dog. You understand what I'm saying? Please check my record. This whole little world that y'all live in, like Anton Daniels, where y'all try to pretend like y'all these decadent motherfuckers that you grew up with a silver spoon in their mouth and all that shit or whatever. Lose me with that shit, bitch, nigga. I live in fucking Connecticut. It's rich out here, nigga, in the area I live at. You understand what I'm saying? Where you live at right now, nigga? Where you at right now, nigga? Notice how niggas get quiet? Don't come up in this motherfucker with no key shit. Well, I look like your boyfriend or something, motherfucker. And it be niggas that be 35, 40, 45 years old. The key. That shit that bitches do. You know, like when a bitch don't like what you say or whatever. Well, you ain't no real Texas nigga. You ain't no real Texas nigga. You sound like a punk Texas nigga. So anyway, like I was saying, yeah, please believe that. It's some bitch ass nigga. Nigga, just because you in the fifth ward, nigga, my cousin Aunt living motherfucking down there. Just because you live in the fifth ward, nigga, you could be a survivor. That don't mean you involved in shit. You just a survivor. See, this is the other thing too. He kind of thinks like Anton Daniels. These niggas don't understand the difference between a survivor and a participator. So let me help you. All right? The participators were out there busting their gun. The participators was out there motherfucking throw a nigga in the trunk or something like that. The participators was out there motherfucking on the streets. What you need, son? You know what I'm saying? $1.50. Don't worry about it. You understand what I'm saying? Those are the participators. No, you was a survivor. You was a nigga that looked from the sideline, watched niggas as the real niggas was doing their thing. You never participated or nothing else. You was a spectator. So don't get it, motherfucker, confused. Nigga, you don't even know me to make a statement like that so much you harder than me. What you done, nigga? See, this is when you know you talking to a goofy ass nigga. What's your name? GFFTB. Let's see what your presence is. You might be trying to run game too. Oh yeah, 6 months and 1,000 subscribers. Listen, your mother's a bum, bitch. Your mother's a bum. Define bum for me. Define bum. Everything I got on is name brand. First of all, I live in one of the richest areas in Connecticut. So you define what you mean by bum, because nigga, we can't see nothing. We can't even see your picture. We can't see where you live at. We can't see your environment. We can't see your bank account or nothing. So you just a nigga talking. That's another thing that nerds do. Nerds use motherfucking words. Your mother. Your mother's a loser. Your mother should have went down there to choices and we wouldn't be dealing with you right now. You understand what I'm saying? And tell her if she get ready to have another one with her whole ass to take her ass down there to choices. You understand? And any bitch that have a baby by you, she should do the same fucking thing. Even if that motherfucker's 10 years old, you should still abort him. Now figure that out, bitch, nigga. Come back anytime, nigga. And like I was saying, back to that, because I ain't gonna be arguing with no hoe ass nigga. Especially a nigga that ain't donating nothing. Hoe niggas like that you just saw in the chat is like this hoe ass nigga. You understand what I'm saying? I just asked the nigga, I said, what you want to do? We want to meet up? What's up? That's what I'm with. You understand what I'm saying? Let's meet up. Let's shoot it out. Nigga, what's happening? You understand? Niggas don't want to do that. So my point is, stop hopping online acting like you do want to do that. You understand what I'm saying? Because unlike you, I'll do shit to you that you would never realize could happen to you, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? I pull up the kids' schools. I do all kinds of shit. You understand what I'm saying? And I ain't saying I got to take the kids out of there and nothing like that. I would never do that, honest to God. But you going to know I was there, motherfucker. You going to get the idea. So stop fucking around with people. You understand what I'm saying? Quit getting online talking about, I got my bodyguard with me, and you pussy. Only pussy niggas walk around with their bodyguards. Don't no real nigga walk around with bodyguards. Jadakiss was just in Town Square walking outside, no bodyguard, just him and his mans for New Year's. You understand what I'm saying? Huh? Nas be outside walking around, just be him and Jungle. Busta Rhymes be walking around by himself. You understand what I'm saying? Scary niggas walk around with bodyguards. And I know you was scary nigga Anton Daniels because the first thing you said was, I just keep a bodyguard. You had to offer the excuse. I just keep a bodyguard just in case somebody want to come up and rob me. That means you scared. That means you scared. That means you scared. Because ain't nowhere that you going to sit down and you going to do an interview and anywhere in this country is going to have you riddled in violence. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nobody that can afford a speaking engagement is going to have you invited to riddle in about. No, you doing that for a look, to make you look like you somebody important. I saw another chick do that shit before this recently at the Diddy trial. She tried to hire a bodyguard because she was scared of me. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I keep trying to tell you, like, yeah, you keep on doing that shit you think you doing, nigga. I show and prove. I'm so into that. I like to prove my fucking point. You think he gonna hesitate? He hesitated with you. I'm not gonna hesitate with you. As soon as I see you, I'm looming on you. So, like I was saying, right? You understand? Because I know niggas get in the gym, they start lifting and shit. It don't take a lot of weight to lift this motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? It don't take a lot of weight lifting. So don't worry about that. My point is this. I ain't gonna do nothing to old boy. He ain't gotta worry about it. And I know Corey ain't gonna do nothing to him either. But my nigga, like, stop hopping on your live early in the morning trying to tell your audience and sell your audience a narrative that really ain't what happened. You know what I'm saying? You went on there, you tried to flex. You said the man was sucking D. That's what you said. You said he was sucking black people's D. That's what you said, verbatim. You said Corey was on there sucking black people's D. Because he asked you a question. He said, how come you don't never talk about white people? You had the opportunity this morning to talk about white people, Anton Daniels, and you didn't do that. And when I'm finding more and more and more, whether it's O'Shea Duke Jackson, this nigga, mediocre tutorials and reviews, and nigga, you just right there in Queens. All these places and all these guys, if you look back at them, many tutorials and reviews, you've been a nerd your whole life. You a good dude, though. Shout out to Queens. I like him. Out of the three I'm mentioning, I like him the most. But it'd be some shit he say to be having me fucked up. But out of all of them, I like him the most. The other one, O'Shea Duke Jackson, I'm 50-50 with him. But the same thing, you don't have enough white material on your page. Same thing with Anton Daniels. You don't have enough white material on your page. You understand what I'm saying? Mediocre tutorials and reviews. You don't have enough white material on your page. Now, if you go to all three of them dudes that I just mentioned, O'Shea Duke Jackson, motherfucking Anton Daniels, and motherfucking this nigga, the only thing you're going to see is a litany of motherfucking conversations centered around niggas. Who's the bad nigga of the day? Send a nigga police over there. Woo! Hey, it's the nigga police. What happened? We don't like the way that you did this. And some of the most criticizing motherfuckers you ever meet in your life, and they got shit going on. Half these motherfuckers is writing in your chat room ain't got shit going on with their lives. Nothing. But got the nerve to sit up here and judge millionaires and billionaires and how this nigga do this and this nigga do that. Mind you, your kids ain't got enough motherfucking money to eat at school lunch this week, bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Where your kids' book bag money at the daddy gave them? Oh, you went to go get your nails done. I got it. Huh? Oh, yeah, shit different now. So like I said, right, this whole argument started over other stuff. But when it came to its pinnacle, you understand? And when I say that, I'm talking about the argument between Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb. This argument was already in the brew, but it hit its peak when he said, stop sucking the D of black people. And I'm trying to figure out what in the fuck did that mean? Now, I get up here and I say a lot of shit about black people. I criticize and everything else or whatever. But one thing you will find is different from me is I get on here and talk about white people all the time. I have whole lives talking about white folks. Huh? Where ain't my white subscribers that know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about? Oh, I'm like Family Guy. Everybody's susceptible to some shit. I don't like these black vloggers that put their emphasis and then turn around and talk about, oh, I made money off this nigga. I made money off this nigga. Because that's what Anton Daniels was doing this morning. He took a cue right out of Mediocre Tutorial and O'Shea Duke Jackson. Well, I made money off this nigga. So you making fun of making money off of black people. That's what Corey was talking about. And since your motherfucking articulate ass couldn't understand the streets or street lingo, claiming that you from Detroit, you couldn't get that point across. Instead, you had to retort and say, well, you always sucking black people's D. Nah, he wasn't sucking black people's D, you bitch ass, hoe ass nigga. And nigga, you come to New York. You understand what I'm saying? Let me know what spot you gonna be at. I guarantee you I'll bring 60 niggas down there just like that. And you ain't gonna understand what none of us is talking about. Now get it fucked up with me. I ain't Corey. I deliver promises, nigga. Trust me on that one. So, and this ain't no tough talk. This like that suck ass nigga was just in here he probably over there sucking his cock too. But anyway, long story short, you understand what I'm saying? Don't get it fucked up, B. You know what I mean? You in a gray zone with me right now. But I really didn't like you before this because I just peeped some of the other stuff that this guy has said on his channel before. And I said, I noticed every upload that he's got. Corey been around for 16 years. But at least you white, so you know what I'm talking about here. Como tu estás? This motherfucker, right? Bafagu. La Majan. You get what I'm saying? This fucking Majan, he sits around all fucking day and he doesn't do nothing but talk about black people. This Stanad. Sits around and doesn't do anything but talk about black people all the time. And so I'm trying to figure out how this fucking Stanad makes money. But all three of these Stanads, they make money by talking about people that look exactly like them. They're never talking about anybody white. They're never talking about anybody from any other culture or whatever. And that's what Corey was homing in on. And being the fact that this nigga had a reluctance to say anything with Corey caught him, because that's how niggas would have caught you in the street. A nigga would have caught you like that in Detroit too in the conversation. So why are you pretending that it was just exclusive to Corey that's just blowing my mind? You went on your podcast and act like, oh, he's so dumb and I'm so smart. And all these little punk ass motherfuckers is in the chat room. He couldn't articulate that. Then you go look at him deep down and you'll see this motherfucker live on the third floor of the project. These are people that got to walk through a puddle of piss to get to their apartment. Literally. You'll have people in chat rooms. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You can't see them. So whatever they're saying, they're just saying. If you don't know them, you're not familiar with them. So you'll have motherfuckers that don't have no picture, no profile. You look on there, see they've been here for 13, 14 years. We didn't call them. Then they got smart with me now because I cuss your ass out. I let you know what's up. You got something to say where you live at. And if I can't beat you, I got niggas that can't beat you. It's not an issue. Like, unlike these other niggas, I'm not a vlogger, dog. I'm a musician. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a musician. I'm not a vlogger. Don't get me confused with being a vlogger. I don't give a fuck about your likes. I don't give a fuck about whether you like me or none of that shit. I'm not a fucking vlogger. I'm a musician. Get me? So my thing is, when I hear these suck-ass niggas get online and they nerds, these is nerds. And ain't nothing wrong with being a nerd. But quit acting like you get into the same type of shit we get into, dog. That's all I'm saying to you. Quit acting like you get into the same type of shit that other niggas get into when you don't. Is that fair? All right, cool. Corey been around for a long time. He is. Any questions? Any questions on this prelude? Because I'm going to go really in later. Because I just really don't like the fact that you really set this nigga up. You set Corey Holcomb up. And I peeped the play early. That's what, like, listen, man, they call me professional for a reason. All them niggas at Bad Boy kept me around for a reason. I'm able to see things for some reason, some gift I got. I'm able to see things as they're happening or before they happen. I've always had that gift. And this was another time. As soon as he gave that $500, I said, oh, that's weird. You getting the $500. And old Duke Jackson did the same shit. He gonna have his turn. He gonna do it sooner or later. He did the same thing. Now he wanna wear 5150 merchandise on his show. He wanna make it look like he affiliated a nigga. Nigga, you wasn't affiliated if you won't go back at least 12, 13 years with these niggas, sharing the lives, hitting the like button, sitting through, even if it's a bad show, good show, whatever. That's when you connected. But all these sometimey come lately motherfuckers, Corey, that you think you're going to get some drive off of, because I know you probably thought it was going to bring some traffic like the others had done. Nah. This is a flake nigga from the beginning. This is a flake nigga from the beginning. Look at this nigga. Look at this nigga. He look like a wannabe cool nigga. You understand what I'm saying? And I ain't dissing the boy. You know what I mean? Like he has a right to feel how he want to feel. The only thing I had a problem with was you pressed it last night, and you kind of expose yourself by going on there saying, I told Corey it's going to be an exciting show. Because you knew what you was doing before you went over there. You set him up. You set him up. And you set him up preemptively before you even dropped that $500 in there. Now, up here in New York, we would have took you out for some shit like that. Real talk, though. I'm dead shit. We would have done something to you for that. After the fact. Fuck your bodyguard, fuck you. Both of y'all niggas get in the trunk, man. Get the SUV, man. Put these niggas in there. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's how it would have went down. Because I don't like when niggas come through and they try to play game from their hometown in other people's town. And that's the problem I be having with a few motherfuckers be trying to show up in New York, and I'm glad that y'all niggas is out here checking them. I seen that video this recently where the nigga smacked that nigga with the hammer when the nigga from where you say he's from Ohio try to get smart with niggas. You know, son, this is Brooklyn. You know You know what I'm saying? Yo, start busting at these niggas, all that shit. These niggas be talking shit to you or whatever because they think we're living in a period where because these nerds know that there's cameras everywhere, their mindset is nobody's gonna do anything for real. Nobody does that type of stuff anymore. Nah, that motherfucker right there, that's a nigga you loom them right on sight. Like, don't even think twice about it. This will loom that nigga. Even if you smack him, whatever, this will loom that nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Because we live in an era, and I'm dead serious at least. We live in an area where there's a bunch of stenods and they jump online and they sit around and they try to act like they fucking fagools and they got the, you know what I mean, the fascists here. You ain't got shit going on. Think I'd be fucking scared of this dude if he showed up? I'd be like, what are you here to deliver fucking pizza? What the fuck do you want? You think I'd be scared of this motherfucker if he showed up? Are you fucking kidding me? You look like the fucking Uber driver. So, like I said, call it what you want to or whatever. This guy set up Corey Holcomb last night on the show. He set him up. I love when these guys get on here and they talk 1 minute like a nerd, and then the next minute they trying to talk like I'm smart. I know. That's why I'm laughing. You can't talk like that here. Yeah. Unfortunately. Yeah, but yeah, these guys, they run around and they just talk loosely, don't even know who the fuck they talking to. Like this guy just came in here from Texas. He was talking all kinds of crazy to me. Like we grew up with each other. Like he's known me for years. What do we know? Homie, I'll take you and your whole fucking family out if I got to. No problem. You understand what I'm saying? And I'll sit there with them until they come and pick them up. And me. Oh, you got a different guy here. Be careful. Now, listen here, right? I want to tell you something, sweetheart. You don't mind if I call you sweetheart, do you? Listen, moving along in the future, I would suggest to you, because now I'm on you, I would suggest to you, Mr. Anton Daniels, that moving forward in the future, make sure that you don't try to repeat this little play that you did playing podcasters. You understand what I'm saying? I would suggest to the rest of you nerds that follow behind this nerd to not do the same thing. Because 2026 is going to be a different year here with this blogger thing. I ain't going to be the same way it was before. You just say whatever the fuck you want to say, and there's no repercussions. No. No more of that. No more of that. You're not going to get on your live and lie to fucking people. And I was sitting right there last night, and I saw everything that went down. You were getting loud, and you were showing off for the camera. When that nigga came and pulled right up on you and said, well, what's popping there? He said that to you several times. So at that point, you ain't got to talk about let's go outside. Now, you was talking about let's go outside because you want the nigga's show to be fucked up. Your whole plan, Anton Daniels, was to come there and sabotage that man's show because something in you either told you could get a come up out of it, or either 2, you was trying to embarrass him, or either 3, you're jealous and envious of him. You ain't got the same recognition as Corey Holcomb, dog. Give a fucking 2 million people follow you. It don't matter. You don't have the same recognition as Corey Holcomb. I can go into any venue and say Corey Holcomb's name, which has been ringing now for 28 to 27 years. You understand? All 3, probably all 3. I don't trust this dude because at least there's a lot of these dudes out here now that are black dudes that are pretending. They're pretending, and Latin dudes too. They're pretending that they're this. How can you say it? Decadent, equestrian motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, oh, how are you doing? I don't know. What are the poor doing? And you would expect it would be me acting like that. You understand what I'm saying? I live right here in fucking Connecticut, dog. Like this, like literally, it don't get no whiter and upscaled in the area I live in. You would think I would act like that, but no. What you see is, you see these guys that are from the bottom of the bottoms, and they get up online, and then all of a sudden now they're fucking equestrians and shit. Nigga, you ain't no equestrian. Even as articulate as you think you are, I put you in a room full of white men, they're not going to talk like you. They're going to talk like me, especially the ones here in the Northeast. The ones that really got money, they talk like me. They don't talk like him. You think Clyde Davis talks like, oh, well, I wonder. No, they curse and they do what the fuck they want to do. That's why the fuck you get money, so you can talk the fucking way you want to talk. Make his fucking money to talk articulate. That's how even the rich know how to distinguish people from that. You know the difference between a millionaire and a billionaire? Huh? $900,000, motherfucker.